This is a message to President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu. I am an Iranian-American professor teaching and researching the impact of disasters on physical infrastructure and communities. I feel that I need to speak out about the impacts of the continued destruction in Iran and the dangers it entails from my experience. I acknowledge this video is a personal message and I do not represent the opinions of any political group or organization. Having been born and raised in Tehran and completed my higher education in the United States, I am deeply indebted to and care about the culture and values of both my birth and adopted countries. Out of this debt and care comes a history of struggle and resistance, as well as dissent, which I inherit from the women and men of my family. Since the beginning of war 5 days ago, you have attacked a number of key sites and individuals and have weakened the Islamic Republic. But along the way, you're also destroying infrastructure, lifelines, and the lives and livelihoods of innocent civilians. The Islamic Republic is in turn killing civilians in Israel. They have also simultaneously intensified their attacks on the Iranian people, those in prisons or outside, through executions, physical attacks, or cutting access to the internet and information. You have called to evacuate Tehran, a metropolis of 16 million people, many of whom are immobile because of families, illness, disability, lack of access to transportation, or places to go. In my research and through visiting different parts of the world after disasters like earthquakes, tsunamis, floods, fire, or nuclear disasters like Fukushima, I have witnessed over and over how the slightest perturbations in critical infrastructure and lifeline networks like power, transportation, or water can have significant effects on the livelihood and well-being of communities, their chances of survival during a disaster or recovery after. For example, gas stations damaged or road networks cut off means that people cannot go to hospitals, rescue loved ones, or evacuate neighborhoods under attack. Power and communication being cut off means no access to information or knowledge of where is safe to go to, or sometimes lack of access to treatment in hospitals. Water lines being damaged means no access to clean water, with profound public health implications. Political prisoners especially are in severe danger under any of these circumstances, particularly when they lose access to air conditioning, power, communication, or healthcare. In parallel, the greatest fear for all of us scientists is that an attempt to destroy deeper nuclear facilities in Iran near urban areas like Esfahan, Tehran, or Qom can bear disastrous and unimaginable environmental and human costs for generations to come. There are better ways to stop these underground facilities from future operation than bombing them and exposing the population and the planet to the risk of contamination. Mr. Netanyahu, you speak of our civilization and the most recent revolutionary movement in Iran, woman, life, freedom. You don't need a reminder that no one has suffered at the hands of the Islamic Republic more than the Iranian people themselves. I wonder, will the woman, life, freedom movement, the sacrifice of all those executed, or of the political prisoners, or any attempt at secular democracy and regional stability flourish under continued threat of bombs and radioactive contamination? Or will Iran become a center for discontent, disease, trauma, and instability, or worse, for the foreseeable future? Now we have a rare opportunity. Stop the attacks. Let the Iranian people reclaim their land and start to rebuild their infrastructure and livelihood better and stronger. Consider our diversity of assets and the depth and range of expertise and backgrounds that Iranian people bring inside Iran and in diaspora, across the spectrum of political ideology, who all seek peace and stability, as well as prosperity, not only for Iran, but for the region and the planet. The Iranian diaspora, in particular those in academia, is committed to returning and rebuilding an Iran that will be a great cultural, economic, and scientific ally for all stakeholders in the region, if you stop the destruction and attacks now before it's too late.